There is in fish farming a productive chain in which the inputs are transformed until reaching the final product, being the main objective of it the fish meat. In order to understand this process, we will analyze the situation of tilapia culture, because according to IBGE data, it is the most cultivated fish in Brazil today. The farmer cultivates the fish, which will then be transported to the slaughterhouses, where the fish are cleaned and processed. In our analysis, we will consider this fish to be filleted. Once packaged, the product is distributed to the retail chains and then purchased by the end consumer. But does it end here? No. Throughout the production process, some waste is generated, which must be properly treated or processed so that it does not contaminate the environment. In the processing step in the slaughterhouses, the viscera, the skin, scales, head, and the skeleton still with meat are removed. In the case of tilapia, which is our example, we have the following values for amount of residues and percentage respecting the total amount of fish. The viscera represents 8 to 12%. The skin clears from 3 to 4%. The scales from 2 to 3%. The head from 14 to 18%. And the skeleton with meat from 28 to 38%. In 2015, the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics calculated Brazilian tilapia production at 219,329 tons. Depending on the form of processing, the amount of waste can be up to 72% of this value, up to 157,917 tons of waste. In terms of comparison, this amounts to 7,896 Boeing 747 aircrafts for 410 people. The largest fish slaughterhouse in Brazil, for example, slaughters 75,000 tilapia per day. This amounts to 60,000 kilos of fish and consequently to 43,200 kilos of waste, after the fillets have been removed. In 1 month, this figure rises to 1,296,000 kilos of waste. At this point, we have already understood that the amount of waste is large. But what should be done with them? In the case of solid waste, the reverse logistics policy would apply. It consists of a set of actions, procedures, and means to enable the collection and restitution of solid waste to the industrial sector, and as a consequence, its reuse. However, it's not feasible to apply the same system to organic waste as it's highly perishable. In this case, the National Solid Waste Policy through Law 12305 from 2010 provides in Article 36, Item 5, the need to implement composting systems for organic solid waste and the necessity of articulation with economic and social agents about ways of using the compound produced. This is part of the municipal bonds role. Composting is a controlled process in which beneficial bacteria and fungi effect the transformation of organic waste into a stable, low environmental risk compound. In addition to composting, various byproducts can be developed, such as fish meal, fish silage, fish oil, nuggets and breads, fish leather, among many others. Both composting and byproducts, or rather co-products, can be understood as a form of recycling. So organic waste cannot be considered indiscriminately as tailings. Efforts to promote this recycling are part of companies' waste management strategies. Let's talk a little about some of the options presented. The co-products can be divided into two groups. The first is represented by products suitable for production of co-products for human consumption. In this group, the carcass is adhered mainly to meat, from which the pulp is removed. From it can be made empanadas and sausages of high added value, or the surimi, that is used in the production of hamburgers, canicama, among others. In the process of obtaining the pulp, it is possible to recover from 16 to 21% of the meat is lost in filleting. The second group is composed of byproducts not suitable for human consumption. Viscera, skeleton, and head are within this group. The most common destination is the production of flowers, but this destination is only possible when there is a great flow of raw material, given the high investment in equipment and facilities and the lack of equipment for small productions. Some large companies have their own flour mills. Others rely on specialized producers who collect the raw material and process it. These are usually located in coastal regions and cannot be served to the most distant slaughterhouses. Another option is the production of fish silage, which does not require an investment as high as that of flour and can be used by both large and small companies. Tilapia skin also has its uses. It can be used as medicine, as a form of treatment for burns, and in the production of clothing accessories such as wallets, shoes, and jackets. The ways of using the waste are diverse. The choice of byproducts to be produced depends on the particularities of each company, whether they are volume of material produced, location, or economic viability process.